Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. For the supportive oracle cards, the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Come on, Farrell. I don't know what they're doing in there. It's been arguing with the cat today, so could be arguing with the cat again. And when I say arguing, I think he wants to bite him. So thankfully he doesn't move that fast anymore, so it hasn't happened. He's starting to make me wonder. Scorpio. That's it? That's it. Okay. You alright? Matter, bub. I'll take you out after. Okay. Scorpio. We're starting off with the turkey. Is that the hummingbird? It is the hummingbird. And the Six of Cups. Now, turkey can go a few different ways. I definitely read intuitively. It says on the card, give with gratitude and grace. When I feel turkey, sometimes things go together. Like I see, like I've had them in my yard before, a lot of them, for whatever reason. It happens once in a great while. And they all move in a pack, you know, they just kind of, like, they don't think, they just kind of go. And that's what I'm getting this thought about, this visual. But I'm getting the hummingbird, to me, says, that speaks of love. It says here, be here now. Seems to be reinforcing that turkey feel that I was just giving you. But, like, there's people you love, that you care about, that you've been together with for a long time. You have deep bonds with these people. And I'm getting there's, like, this weird, like, quick movement. Like, it doesn't feel like things are going the right way. But, like, things are just shifting around quickly. And it's just kind of like there's not really a solid direction. They just seem to be changing direction. And I feel like there's a lot of wasted time here. It's almost like you're trying to plan a trip. And then things keep changing, like, things keep changing in the sense of, like, well, I can't go now, I can't get that week off. All right, well, what week? Well, let's do this week. Well, then that deal isn't there, so we have to find a different deal. Well, that deal, there's a better deal over here. Well, let's try that then. Oh, well, then this other person, they wanted to do that. They don't want to do this. Well, how about this? Well, let's change it to that. Like, it keeps, like, the ball keeps juggling up in the air, and it's kind of like, it's almost like bedlam. It's a little nuts. It's a little off the side. The thing is, with the whale spirit, I always get family with whale. This says trust in the great mystery, which kind of makes sense here. I'm also getting, like, you care about these people. So even though it's all over the place, you're trying to make things work out because you want everybody to be included because you care about these people. Mystery's kind of there, but it's very much like a family connection. It could be just friends, or it could be even co-workers, but they're people that you like, if that's the case. You know what I mean? And when you say that for Scorpio, like, you know who you like and you know who you don't like. So you don't, like, it either hits or it doesn't. Like, you want people you care involved. That's what I'm getting. Especially when it comes to family. This is connecting to, like, I feel like I have to explain this too. It could be a group of people, and there's people that you want to be a part of it, and you know that if it doesn't work out a certain way, they won't be a part of it, and you have to include this person for them. You might not like that person, but they do. It seems like it's complicated. I think I just rolled my eyes on that, because it's kind of like it's complicated. This is also a factor in this situation, kind of like there's just it's complicated. It's bedlam. It feels like bedlam. You're working to make this situation work out. There's a lot of effort. It seems like there's a lot of potential here, right? Buffalo is telling me, what does it say here? Abundant universe will provide. I feel abundance with Buffalo. I really do. I feel like they have a lot to give. It feels very Earth-like to me too. I'm not saying that that's an Earth element or anything for them, but I feel Earth with that. So, right or wrong, that's what I'm feeling like. They're very solid. There's a lot there. Once they get moving, that's a force to be reckoned with. So the situation has a lot of promise to it. But what I'm now getting is, like, this is not stabilizing. And you're only going to... You're only going to go along with it for so long is what I'm getting. Because you seem to have shifting energy, kind of like you're trying to fight to make it work out. Literally, you might be arguing with people to make this work out, literally. The Eight of Pentacles, kind of like, all right, you're working at it. You're trying to, like, it seems to be going well. You're working at it. And it's not coming together. I feel like all of a sudden you're going to be like, you know what, forget it. If it's not going to work, it's not going to work. Let's just move on. Let's just scrap the whole idea. Let's just move on. That's the Seven of Swords. You get frustrated. You get very frustrated. Because it's like, you have to argue, then you're bending over backwards, it's still not working, and you're like, you know what, forget it. Just forget it. Stressful. Stressful. The chameleon spirit comes in next. I feel like you're taking a moment here where you don't want to deal with it anymore. You just really don't. So, you're letting people think you're not upset about it. You are, but you're like, you don't want to deal with people. You don't want to hear about it. You don't want them to try to make you feel better. I almost feel like that's sarcastic, like, don't try to make me feel better. I'm not interested. I'm getting that energy. And you're just like, if somebody comes at me and tries to, like, pat me on the back or tell me things are going to be okay, I'm probably going to kick them down some stairs because I'm not in the mood. I hope that's not too harsh, but that's what I'm feeling. Like, I don't want to hear it. Like, don't tell me it's going to be okay. I'm not in the mood. The energy here is telling me that you're just kind of acting like things are fine. It didn't work out. That's okay. It's fine. No, it's okay. Everything's good. I'm fine. You're fine. We're all fine. Let's all be fine. Because you don't want to hear about it. You're sick of talking about it. So you're kind of blending in. Like, no, there's possibilities. Yes, of course there's possibilities. When they come towards me, I'll deal with them. That's fine. In truth, you're like, if a possibility comes towards me right now, you're not in the mood. You're just not in the mood. You're just blending in here with the chameleon energy. Act as if, yeah. That reminds me of the Clueless movie. As if. There's kind of that energy there, too. Like, as if. I'm not in the mood. You step out. You're just trying to get along with the situation. You're over it. You might even be going along with people making plans. You're like, oh, sure, yeah, okay, I'll do that. Not even thinking about it. Just kind of like smiling and nodding and like, yeah, whatever gets you to keep moving, just keep walking. I don't want to deal with it. Not in the mood. People keep working on this. They keep working on this. They keep working on this. The ants are workers. Community effort. More and more energy is... People are still fighting to make this situation work out. You've gotten fed up with it. You literally might be just smiling and nodding just because you don't want to deal with it. I don't know how that sounds, but that's what I'm getting. So, another possibility comes your way. Somebody's pushing like, oh, all right, we got this. So, we're all getting our tickets for this boat. We're going to do this in this month on this day. So, did you buy yours yet? Did you buy your ticket? Did you buy your place? Did you secure your money? Did you put the money into it? Did you do it? Somebody's trying to push you to contribute. Like, I feel like it's like invest money or something into something, or like to do something where, like, you're looking at this like, if you put money into like a hotel room or like saving something or into like going onto a cruise or something and put money into that, you're looking at that like that's either something you're going to end up doing all by yourself, or it's going to be money lost because you're not going to go. So you're not into this. Whatever they're pushing you to do, you're not into it, and you're not about to act like you are, is what I'm getting. Because you got the Tower card, you're blowing up. You're like, no, I didn't put money into that. No, I'm not going to do that because it's wasted money and it's not going to happen, and I'm over it, and I don't want to be a part of it now. You go do what you want to do. I'm done. Boom. That's the Tower card on your side. I don't feel like you're planning that, by the way. I don't feel like you have this axe to grind and you're waiting for your moment. I don't think that's what's happening. I think people are making plans expecting you to go along with it, and when they put pressure on you, you're like, oh, you put pressure on the wrong person, and boom, that's the Tower. They put pressure on you and you're like, oh, you chose the wrong one to push because I'm not having it. And that's the King of Wands here coming forward with a lot of strength. Like, you have to do it. And you're like, oh, I don't have to do anything. You got the wrong one. That's the wheel turning. That's the Three of Swords hitting. Like, it's not a fun moment. It's not a fun moment. The Five of Swords shows up in the environment. This is like the situation like is like plans were made, but it's almost like it's the fruitless wind card is what I call it. Plans were made. People don't seem that happy about the plans that were made. Not everybody's contributing to it. Not everybody believes in this plan. It's kind of a messy, rickety plan. It's like a rickety building. It's not very stable. People are like, oh, this is not the outcome. This is not why we got involved with this. This is not what we were looking for. The situation, like, you're not the only one who's not interested. You're not the only one at all. Nowhere near it is what I'm getting. Like, I don't know how many people are there, but I don't feel like you're the only one who's not impressed. Some people may not be excited about this, but are going along with it anyway. But I feel like there's more people who agree with you than don't. It's just that you might be, in some cases, you might be the only person saying something. I feel like for most of you, that's not the case. For most of you, there's more than one person that's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Get out of here. You got Hawk Spirit and Swan Spirit coming in with the situation. Somebody's trying to mend broken fences, is what I'm getting. The Hawk is a very noble, strong, pays attention, looks at what's really happening, and acts accordingly. Swan, I connect with love in this deck because there's all that pink feel. Like, there's a pink hue on that, a very noticeable pink hue. I don't know if it comes up on the camera the way I'm looking at it, but it looks very noticeably pink. It says time for a deep dive, which may make sense for this because they need to fix things. People are trying to schmooze things over. They're trying to talk to people. They're trying to apologize for giving too much pressure to things. People are trying to make things up to you and other people. It seems like a collective thing. Because it's quite obvious the situation did not go the way it was supposed to. And that's this intelligent energy coming in saying, oh, you meant to make a good situation and you made a mess. Like, somebody meant to make things really good and they did not. They did the opposite. So they need to get in there and start letting people know how they're valued and, put some apologies probably. So there's some correction that's trying to happen here. It makes me anxious. You still have that feeling kind of like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I feel like that energy's there for you. Like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't. I've been over it. I've been over it for so long, and I don't want to deal with it. You're just fed up with it. You really are. But you're kind of like, I gotta kind of like, you're kind of like, I have to play nice. For some reason, you feel like you gotta play nice. Do you want to? No. I don't think so. That's what I'm getting. Like, no, I don't want to play nice. But you're like, I need to. You want everybody to get along. You want the situation to pass on by. You really are over it. So over it. Been over it for a while. But you're like, let's get along. You got the dove of peace. Dove spirit, be peace. Be peace. Yeah, kind of like, I'm not going to say you're the peacemaker, but I'm just kind of like, you're looking at this like, no, we're fine. No, it's all right. I said what I needed to say. I almost feel like I've said this a few times in my life. I may not have said it correctly, but it was what I was thinking, and it was how I feel. I may not have said it most eloquent way or the most nice way, but that is where I stand. So you might have to pull one of those, kind of like, I'm sorry that I said it with those colorful words, but that is where I stood. Something like that, but you're trying to like make it nice. You're trying to play nice. The badger spirit is in the environment. I kind of feel like this is the King of Wands. This says be bold and fearless. The badger is very protective of home, is what I feel. So I feel like they're very protective of what was going on and where they stood and what they tried to do. And I feel like they're really standing their ground in the sense of I didn't do anything that bad. You ripped my head off, and I don't think that's fair. And I feel like you're trying to be nice about it. You're like, what, I'm sorry. I came through with a lot of energy, but it is what that is how I feel. Didn't mean to rip your face off about it. But what I said, the base of that is true. I didn't want to be a part of it anymore. When you were pushing me It made me upset, and that's why that happened. Granted, maybe I didn't need to say it that way, but it got you off my back. Just, I'm sorry. That is truly how I felt, and I'm sorry that I was so harsh with you, but that is the truth. And I feel like you're trying to be nice, but you're still standing your ground. All right, come on. I don't know what to say about that. There's a lot of communication back and forth between you and this person. I do feel like it gets worked out. You're the one trying to be the peacemaker, and ultimately. You're the one making it work out. You're not going to secede to something that's not the truth. I don't feel like you're willing to do that. Not that you should be. But that's kind of why it's dragging out. I feel like you're kind of saying, I still feel like that energy, because I've said it myself a few times in life. Sorry I said it that colorfully. Sorry I said it with that much energy behind it. But it is what I felt. That is how I feel. That is where I truly stand. I shouldn't have said it to you that way. But, sorry. That's where I feel this is going. It will work out. It will calm down. This person will realize that you're trying to be nice to them, but they're also going to respect you. Hopefully, it's a general read. Because you're still, being honest. Honesty should be respected, should it not? Is there anything else with this? That's how I feel it's ending. Alright, so I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.